A short time ago, and of course the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 280. White. 61. Matchbox. White.
C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And he'll wind up with about 6.
That vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
White.
From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, Haywood. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's James. He's at the 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Ready. Check back. Let's go. Double time.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So out now come the Lions. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They run with Washington. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
59!
A give to Anderson here out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Mike, 53. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
22.
Washington now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First and goal at the 3-yard
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the carry, it's Bud. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your
fighting for the end zone? He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what,
oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Stay 50, stay 50.
This is Bawden. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there by Gordon. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz? He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff for Washington. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, exit.
3rd and long. It's Stanford. And he's going to go down again. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
At their own 9-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now it's Freeman. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Stanford. To the right side and complete to Washington. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
53, ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 1st, here's Washington. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept it.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and through, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, Red! Monday!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Dances by him. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 76 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Zebra! Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the red zone now, Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are in for 6. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Hey, here we go.
Now Gordon on first down. And there goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50. 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there by Gordon. 59 yards for him on the ground.
First down, Chiefs.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jackson, option right. And an alley to run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Right back to Washington. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A big play there by Gordon. 45 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Double right. 52. General West.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Darren Lee just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on second and long. Stafford, left side completion to Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 27 yards there, a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
180, 21. Recon, 132 fighter. Omaha, ready to move.
Again, it's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
On the give, this is Washington. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
250, 22. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home.